sales. We've been live since November 1st, and the title of this video, and by the way, my name is Steve and Angela. If you've never watched our channel, we would be grateful if you hit the like button, or if you want to be negative and rain on somebody's parade, you can do the thumbs down if you want to. That's fine too. Hey, don't bother us at all. So either way, everybody has an opinion in this country nowadays. You know that, right?
I know.
And so, and everybody's opinion is the only opinion that matters. Anyways, we're here to talk about the virtual again. We have now crossed over 500 people doing 100% virtual that meet up every single day. Then the gun fires after the coaching call, and we are live booking appointments and setting up our day for our appointments. And it's been phenomenal. We have a full training and support platform, case by case, day by day, ground level support to help you grow your business. It is training and quality leads that we own. We own our own lead program. We're not giving you a list of third-party vendors, which is a question you should be asking anybody that you're talking to. Do you own a mailing house? Do you do your own mailing? Not do you have leads. Everybody has leads. You can get free leads if you want. Everybody has leads. That you want quality and you want quantity. And the only way you can find that is that the IMO is doing their own mailing. And direct mail leads I'm talking about. Digital leads, Facebook leads, all that other stuff, that's a different game entirely. We have those as well. But again, the gold standard, if you're in this business, if you watch this business for the first time and you got hooked in by the title, spend $200 or invest $200 and make $25,000, $30,000 a month, call it clickbait, whatever you want. We got a lot of people doing that and much, much more. But I know if I put down $75,000 a month, you guys will think it's a scam. It's not a scam. It's actually the most highly regulated industry on the planet. So anyhow, that's the fact, is that we've got people doing that right now 100% from home. They invested $200 for their insurance license to get started in this business. It is highly regulated. That's why it can't be one of these pyramid schemes or all this junk you hear from these negative guys. It's the guys that are sitting in their apartments, on collecting welfare checks. Don't listen to those guys. Be careful where you take your advice from. Talk to somebody like us that's been doing this for 40 years and raised and supported our families on it. So, and what we do matters. These people ask for coverage to protect their families and their legacies and people they leave behind. So anyways, a couple of nuggets there for you. That's the title of this video. I want to bring Angela on here. We're in the car. We're just out for the day, heading to the beach, and just kind of futzing around because we can work our business around our lives. We don't have to work our lives around our business. We can work when we want to, where we want to, even from a tough shed. I don't know how many people know what a tough shed is.
Not that we've actually done that.
We might.
We don't actually work.
We can do it from the RV. We can do it from the beach. We can do it from Adirondack chairs.
This is Florida, so it's a little warm.
Yeah.
You're sitting in the tough shed.
Yeah,
but
it's 85 degrees out. I feel sorry for those guys that are. We look back on our home in even in California, it was 29. Today it's 85 degrees and warm and sun shining, and our kids are at the beach. And we're out just playing.
We were thrown a little bit of a curveball in January.
Yeah.
And
small.
It was a family. I mean, no one is hurt. No one was diagnosed with an illness, but we were thrown a curve that we were not anticipating, and we talked about it on one of our coaching calls. The problem I think that a lot of people go through is you get thrown a curveball and you allow the curveball to completely take you out of the game. And you allow it to completely derail you, whether it's for a week or a month. And when we knew what was happening, when we understood what was happening, we made it just very clear to our family. Everybody's going to get through this. Everybody's going to survive it. It's just money.
Don't panic.
Don't panic.
Fortunately, we are blessed.
Right.
That we are in a business that we don't have to show up to every day to make our income. We can work our business again around our lives.
So we made it very clear to our family that we don't need to panic. That's my favorite slogan. Don't panic. And that we were blessed to be able to have time. That if we had to deal with things during the course of the day. We didn't have to ask anybody, hey, we need an extra hour this afternoon, around lunchtime, or look, we're not going to be available in the morning. We just have that flexibility. We don't take that flexibility for granted, and I think that's one of the things that a lot of people do, is that they get thrown a little bit of a curveball, and so they take a whole week off.
Yeah, from their own business. Which is worse than taking time off from your job.
Right.
And people, unfortunately, think that taking time off their job is more critical or more risky than taking time off in their own business, and it's just the opposite. Because your business is for yourself and your future. The job that you're slaving to, and I mean slaving to, 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, they'll do fine without you. And if they don't, who cares? The reality of it is that you need to be worried about your future, because when it comes right down to it, and we've already figured this out, they don't care about you and your family. They're going to protect their family and their businesses, as they should. But when they threw you out of your job last year because of COVID, and now many of them are getting thrown out now because of their health decisions, you don't own nothing. So you need to make sure that your business is the priority, not the 9 to 5. Let's face it, guys and gals, most people that have a 9 to 5, they can do it without even thinking about it. They've been doing it for so long. So, move on.
The other problem is when people put their job first, and I get it. You're afraid of losing the
fear. Is the problem,
right? You're afraid of losing the paycheck that keeps
false
the roof.
Expectations of being real, Angela.
You're afraid of losing the paycheck that keeps the roof over the head, and right now it may be putting dinner on the table.
Yeah.
However, it will never, if you really think about it, even if you get a raise at your job. I mean, I can remember my aunt was a school teacher for 30 years. She taught elementary school. And they would beg and plead and fight and argue to try and get a 1%, 2%, 3% raise.
Yeah.
So I don't know what kind of a raise your job is handing out, if they're even handing out raises, or overtime or extra money or bonuses.
Start your own business.
The problem with that is that job is only ever going to pay you what it's paying you. If it pays you $5,000 a month, it's pretty much that's the budget that you have to work in. And if you want to do something extra, I listen to people talking about how they have to we want to buy a new car, so we've got to wait 18 freaking months before we can get a new car, because we got to save $100 here or $50 there, or we're gonna have to I don't know, not buy dish soap for a month, and we'll squeak out another buck. The advantage to having your own business, and I don't know if people grasp this, it's so powerful. You control your income. Do you understand what that means? You have the ability that if you decide, again, going back to some of the stuff that we're dealing with right now, we have some big goals for this year. We have some big things we want to do, some things we want to spend money on, some things we want to resolve. And you know what? All we have to do is put in a few extra hours, put in a few extra applications, and we control the ability to increase our income. Not by 1%, not by 2%, but...
So, we went through that, and what we did was we just increased our activity. We got more leads, we made more dials, we booked more appointments, we talked to more people, and we gave them their options for coverage to protect their family, and our income went up. So we gave ourselves a raise instantly by our activity. That's the great thing about it. And I was going to say this earlier, I watched my mother and my father save for years. Actually, they saved all their lives to buy a ranch to retire on, and my dad passed away at 47. They never saw that dream come to realization. They also saved for years for a hi-fi. I think you've heard me tell the story before. Most of you guys don't even know what a hi-fi is. It was a wooden box that had a turntable and an 8-track player in it and a few other things. It was all in one. They saved for years to buy that stupid, back then it was probably $300-400 hi-fi. When you and I could have gone out and written one more app, protected one more family to just put in a couple extra hours a week, and boom, it's done. That's the power of it. You don't have to wait around and go through what do they call that thing when people go in for a raise? An evaluation? Please, I'll evaluate myself. Thank you.
Well, or overtime. I heard somebody talking the other day.
Take more time away from my family to work overtime to get something from my family that they never see, because I might get hit by a truck.
And if you wanted a little extra overtime this week, you're probably not going to get it next week, and you're probably not going to be able to get it next month. It's not an indefinite supply of overtime
still,
hours.
you're not in control of that. You might be in
Right.
control of being willing to work the hours, but the overtime may not be available. And even if it is, isn't it counterproductive? You know, if you're doing this business because you want to have a work-life balance, spend more time with your family, or doing the things that you love. Not everybody has a family, but maybe it's flying, maybe it's golfing, maybe it's boating, whatever it is. Now you're taking more time away from those things to hope to get this increase of income, to hope to get the things that you want, so you may spend more time
Right.
with that. I mean, you know, and during that process, we know, because we had several friends pass away last year. They died. All those guys died with dreams. All of them, dreams unfulfilled. They didn't get. I love that when we're talking to clients. You know, I don't plan on dying next year. No one plans on dying. That's why what we do is so very important to the family and to the individual, because no one knows when their demise. Nobody. And so that's important for life insurance, but it's also important to live life today. You know, you and I have been talking about this a lot lately.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to comment about it, but we've been talking about that. That is the power of this business, is that we can decide, you know, to live today and work our business around it and make the kind of money we do. We make our money in a couple days a week, and then we got 5 days to do what we want to do. And all of you have that choice. You gotta be willing to spend a couple $100, go get yourself a license, and then get with somebody that will mentor and coach you, so you're not in the business by yourself trying to figure out all the missing pieces, because we've seen that go on way too many times. There's some things you've got to know how to do, which is you got to know how to book an appointment, even though they requested information. You got to know how to do it, and and then of course we match the product that we give them options on, based on their age, medical conditions, and budget. So those are the areas, and then you got to do a presentation. You got to show them and go over their options with them. We do that all that for you. We work with, we teach you, and then on every single case, that product selection is critical, because if they don't qualify for it, they're not going to get the coverage, and you're not going to get paid. Angela and her team tell you what they qualify for before you get them on the line. So we have about an 80 to 85% batting average on getting writing them to the coverage and getting them approved through underwriting, and that's huge. I mean, to me, it's the best business opportunity on the planet, because we get paid so very well. You can build a residual income, so sooner or later you don't have to work. You don't want to, and you have the ability to build a passive income stream if you want to. But you got this whole support team around you that's there to help you succeed very early on. You know, get cash flow in your business, rather than buying something, put a shingle out and figure out yourself. We did that before, our lives, and it's very expensive.
Yeah, you know, and it. I think that the power of what a business, whether it's your own, whether it's this business or any business that you are in control of. I mean, obviously, there's just monumental advantages to building an insurance agency, being an insurance agent. However, whatever it is, you know, if you can balance the working for yourself and investing in yourself time-wise, and learning and discipline, you'd never want to go back. I know we've talked about this before too. I'm so unemployable, because I'm just so, you know, if somebody were to tell me, okay, you can take your lunch now, I just don't think I could handle that.
We said before, if we had to live
that was gonna work.
We had to live in a trailer. You know, and no disrespect, people live in trailers, but if we had to live in a trailer to you know, I would still continue to work this business.
Yeah, me too.
There's no way that I'm going to go work for somebody else for 40, 45 years, retire on a decreasing income, hoping I don't live past my 401k or whatever I've got in savings, so I die dead broke in a trailer, or in a living with my parents or my kids, actually. You know, that 40-40-40 plan is not for me. Never has been for me. You know, I don't know how people. I did that very early on when I was in my teens. I realized very quickly that that's not for me. There's too much going on in this world that you can do. That's fun. It's entertaining. There's a lot of world out there that you can experience. To be sitting in a cubicle or tied up under somebody's thumb 40 hours a week for a potential payout someday down the road, if they don't steal it from you.
Right, or
they fire you because of COVID. or whatever.
Right. Or they go out of business for, there's a lot
I
of
don't
business
want to be
owners.
involved in anything where I don't have some control.
Yeah. There's a lot of business owners right now that have had to lay off, staff that was like family because they just didn't have a choice. I don't want to be in that position. I don't want to be in a position of somebody saying, gosh, we really hate to do this to you, but you're out of here.
Well, they're going to protect their family,
Families, right?
and the employees that they have any that are family will be the last person to lose their job if they ever do. And everybody else is disposable.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in that business.
No.
I love this business because we're all in it together. All ships rise at a tide. We're all working together to succeed at whatever level we choose to succeed at, and everybody's pulling from me, right? And no one's looking to fire me or terminate me or we're looking to help people succeed in the business. That's why I've been involved in this business for as long as I have. But I've never been. I think I told you this a couple months ago. I'm an anti-authority. I'm my own. I want to be my own boss. I don't want to be waltzing into somebody's office who puts his pants on or her dress on the same way we do, and ask them if I can go home and take care of my kid because it's sick. No thanks. They ended slavery a long time ago.
On that note,
in a free country, free people can do what they choose to do. You just got to figure out how you can make your money, how much money you that you need or you're willing to live off of, because retirement's a number, right? I mean, if you can live off, if you can pay all your bills and have a little bit of money left over at $5,000 a month, then make $6,000 a month and you're retired. It's not an age. You can retire at 40 years old if you have residual income coming in every month at $6,000 a month and you're living off four. You're retired. And I don't know any business out there that you can do that as fast as you can than the insurance business. It's not sexy, but what we do matters. It's life changing to the people that are left behind. It's being used for college funding, death benefit, disability, terminal illness, critical illness, all that stuff. Is what they use life insurance for. But at the end of the day, it's not life insurance I'm buying. It's what the life insurance does for my family that I'm buying, right? So I want to make sure that the house is paid off for Angela, and and that she doesn't have to go get a job or go put my funeral on GoFundMe, and that's tragic.
And I actually think that's very sexy.
Ooh, I guess we better end the video.
Happy Saturday, everybody.
If I knew that's all it took, I'd be talking about life insurance all the time. I'll see you later, guys. Call it.
Bye.
Hey, look, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video out, be part of our channel. We're grateful that you're here, and we want to hear from you. My information is in most of my videos. My phone number, you just give me a call. It's my cell. It's my own cell phone number. It's not somebody else's. There's nobody else in between me and that phone number. And shoot me an email. We'll talk to you soon. Make 2022 your year.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.